I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri. There are payment plans available to help save your property. Visit our website at treasurer.waynecounty.com or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com for further information. We're here to help.
In my house.
Live from Detroit, Michigan, USA. In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played. Last week on the In My House Techno Music Show, I interviewed Hump The Grinder, the producer of Hair Wars. He talked about the shows, how he started, things to come, things that happen. Hope you guys got a chance to watch that. If not, check it out in the archives. But this week, I switched the seat, and he actually asked me questions about what I do with him for Hair Wars, and also we talk about this show In My House. So I hope you enjoyed this week. I'm in the hot seat, y'all. Hump The Grinder is asking me questions. This is T. Carlita for the In My House Techno Music Show, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Hello, I'm Hump The Grinder, producer of Hair Wars. How many years have you been with Hair Wars?
I started in 2005, so that's almost 18.
Almost 18 years.
Wow.
So I know time flies.
That's
so you've seen a lot of different functions, you know, as part of what Hair Wars is all about. You've seen from the front to the back and everywhere in the middle.
And even being on stage.
And even being on
where
stage.
Where I started.
Right.
Half naked. Thank you, Marjorie Reese.
Yeah, I met her in Chicago as a model. The Hair Wars in Chicago, DuSable Museum. Was that 2005, you said?
2005.
2005, yeah, it goes back. So you've been doing different duties. Name some of the things you remember doing for Hair Wars.
Well, behind the scenes.
Doing what behind the scenes?
Backstage coordination, starting off with getting the names, putting people at the tables, filling out the sheets that goes to the DJs, you know, what's to be said while they're on stage. I've turned in music to the DJ. I've done that part, lining them up, and then getting them on and off the stage within the right time and lining them up.
Now, just a few years ago, tragically, our boy Willie D, he passed away. He'd been filming Hair Wars, doing the shows for about 25 years, traveled all over the country with us, and he passed. But right before he passed away, he did something special. What did he do?
Well, I'll say he willed me some lights. So he was actually in the hospital or was sick and you wasn't for sure. And he was still living, and I was couldn't talk to him because he was in the hospital, but he said, I'm gonna send you, he was in the hospital and he sent me his lights because I had no lights, no nothing. He said, I'm gonna send you my lights. So he sent me his lights, and the show is usually on a Sunday. And so he said, after you film it, just send me the thing, because he was going to edit it after I had some questions or whatever. And Sunday was the show, Monday came, and before I could even send him what I was supposed to send him, he had died. So I said, well, Will gave me lights. He gave me light.
Yeah.
He gave me the green light, he gave me the lights. So it's like, it's really hard for me to talk about it because I'm like extremely emotional when it comes to that, because I understand the power of lights. And for somebody that's been doing this for so long,
okay,
give me lights.
He gave it to you, and that was good.
Yeah.
Now, this carried on until we had to break because of COVID. 2 years later, we just had our recent show, Hairstyles and Hot Cars, the Hair Wars in Dearborn at the Ford Community and Performing Arts Center. And you did the video, edit. Let's talk about that experience.
Well, before we talk about that experience, let me just say this. The first year when Will was sick and I had to step up to record that particular show, that was a lot of pressure to me. I was so nervous. And the fact that Will was in a position where I couldn't ask him any questions. So it's like, okay, It's like, you know how they always say the birds throw their kids out the nest. That's how I felt. I was like, sink or swim, do or die. Just turn the camera on and hopefully you get it right. So it was cool. A lot of things that I needed to learn, but I didn't know, and we just did it, and it worked out okay. I made it through, but it wasn't easy. But this particular time, I don't know, Will has some big shoes to fill, even still, and this being my second time filming since he passed. But it was kind of cool because I felt his spirit on me, you know, guiding me through even from the other side. So it's still a lot to achieve in that role, because when you think about the way the show's been recorded, you know, the zooming in on like, I don't even know how he did all that with one camera. Because I'm like, I need 2 cameras, I need 3 cameras. Like, no, you just do it on one. I'm like, ooh, okay. And then
you gotta go for it.
Yeah, but you know, God bless Doug. Rest in peace, Doug.
Yes.
Doug used to try to teach me how to hustle, ballroom. And he would always tell me, you think too much, stop thinking. But it's hard because I'm a thinker. So I overthink the whole process.
So doing a show, filming a show,
yes,
you don't go any rehearsals, right? You don't have any idea what these people are going to do.
Not a clue.
So what do you expect them to do? Sometimes, can you look at a group and have an idea what they might do?
No.
No?
No.
You just let them go for it, right?
Yeah.
And you have to go for it.
And you have to, no, you don't, because every show is different. Even if it's the same act that's been doing shows over and over again, you can't pinpoint when they're going to kick or do a spin or do a twirl or pull a hairpiece off and switch it to something else. You know, you got to kind of like watch. Now, one thing for sure, attention to detail is 100. You really have to pay attention to what's going on that stage, because there could be a point where something happens so fast, you got to hope you can
catch it.
Swing fast enough.
Well, you got a lot of experience being in my house, producer. You set up.
It's not the same.
You set up a lot of filming experiences.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
This is more movement, right?
It's live. You know, it's live TV, unrehearsed, unscripted. Even live TV, you know, they say we going live. They got teleprompters. They got, you know, cue cards. There's none of that. And I don't know what these people are about to do. I don't know. I know about how many people are going to be on stage, because, you know, we know how many people, we know if it's a styling team versus an individual. You know, they only have so many on stage. So if it's a individual, you know you're not going to see 20 people up on stage, and you got 20 people doing different things.
Right, like Ruby Jean. She's a solo act.
Well, Ruby Jean is a solo act. And you just about, now that's one, you just about know what Ruby Jean going to do. The only thing is about Ruby Jean, God bless you, you don't never know what Ruby Jean going to bring. And she can bring some pieces. And all of her pieces are thought out. Yeah. You know, she has a logic.
Yeah, she had a car theme to her hairstyle.
Yeah.
Car tracks in the back and all that. Yeah. So
she about the only one. Her and Steve. But you still don't know when Steve about to do his booty dance, his little twerk. You don't know when it's coming. You know it's somewhere close to the end before he yells, you know. But that's about it.
All right.
But nobody else know, not at all. You are in my house, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Chabris wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
And remember, stay safe, save time, make your appointments and payments online.
In My House Radio, online 24/7. Featuring only the best techno and house music. And be sure to tune in for Sunday Inspiration, every Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get connected, www.inmyhouse65.com.
So what do you see in the future of In My House? And we talked about Hair Wars a lot, and you've been involved with that. What about In My House? What's next for In My House?
Well, In My House, I really just want to, we'll be 9 years in January, and I have to thank you because, you know, when I first started, I was behind the camera for your show live down at HPR, and, you know, I just want to continue to keep it real with techno in Detroit. I like to get more of the underground people, more of the people who people don't talk about so much. I like to give those people an opportunity to tell their stories because they have a story just like all
just
the big,
like everybody else.
the big dogs.
So they working on a new documentary I heard about techno in Detroit, and the fact that you're one of the point persons to guide them to other people, because you read stories about, you know, techno in Detroit, you know, the Belleville Three, you know, Blake Baxter, Eddie, folks.
Right.
It doesn't go too
The
far
usuals.
past, the usuals. It doesn't go too far past them a lot of times.
Right.
Jeff Mills, Summers, you are.
Right.
And that's a strong circle, but it's such a wider
than people
you know,
imagine.
so it's good for you to help expose some of these people, and the fact that you have following in over 70 countries around the world, which is a great thing. So a lot of your people are different folks from different areas, and maybe some of them don't speak good English, you know.
No, they don't. And I've done some, and that's the fun part with when COVID hit. You know, I do the out the house experiences. I was going out to people's studios and recording them where they are at. So COVID comes, it's like, ooh, what we gonna do now? We can't play archives forever. So thankfully Zoom, because even before COVID, I would do Skype, and I didn't know how to record Skype, so I would literally for Skype interviews, I would be on my computer with Skype. And I would take my camera and put the camera behind me and film the
screen
laptop.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I used to do the Skype interviews. Brittany Foster's done several Skypes with me before. Alexander Robotnik did a Skype with me. And that's how I was able to achieve the Skype, because there was no way, we're on Skype talking, but I needed to record it. I needed to save it, to edit it for later.
Right.
So I made up a way with the laptop and the camera, so nobody knows that part.
All right, well, they know now.
I know, that's a trade secret. But as far as where I see it, I just want to continue to give those who have been doing this for years, and even some of the new emerging artists, because one day they're going to be historical legends too, and I want them to say, oh yeah, I was on In My House, and Carlita, she gave me a break. So, like Reggie Reg, perfect example. Reg, I'm so sorry. DJ Intense. I'm gonna call you Reggie Reg for the rest of your life, because when I met you, you were Reggie Reg TM, and you made sure I put the TM on it. You know, just like him. I was out the house. I was at a album release party with Los Hermanos. He was the DJ. Turned it out. Me and him connected. We talked that night. Next thing you know, he's lugging equipment down at the TV station.
Yeah.
We, you know, live on TV, online at 8 o'clock at night, and overseas it's 3, 4 in the morning, and they watching.
Well, so now, like Hair Wars Around the World, the Underground show, it's embedded in the website, so people can watch it at their leisure. Right?
Yes,
so,
exactly.
And that's very convenient, because a lot of folks did stay up late at night
did.
or woke up super early to watch your show.
Disco naps.
Disco naps, yep. Anything you like to add? Any shout outs? You got some people that you want to holler at?
Man, listen.
The list is too long.
Yeah, it is. But to everybody who's out there keeping it 100, because, you know, we are Detroit. And as Erykah Badu says, we are from Detroit and we are very sensitive. And we protect what we do. And I really appreciate everybody who is coming generation after generation after generation, even the ones who's watching this and who have watched the shows over the years. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all of your support, because knowing that one person, and Stevie Anderson, oh my God, Stevie Anderson in the UK, I have never met this guy, ever. But we met, he watched the show, we've been exchanging emails for 9 years. And he's the historian, because he's helped me a lot too. He's made sure I knew he's introduced me to some people. And it's like, dang. And Thomas Barnett, we do this for those who know. And he did this thing on Thomas Barnett. And Thomas Barnett watched and he's like, who is that guy? He did an excellent job on that and told the truth. It was nothing made up. It was 100%. So when people like Thomas Barnett validate somebody like that, I'm rolling with you.
All right.
And I hope more would do that. But to everybody, just keep being authentic, be who you are, but just do your history, because Detroit, we are a certain kind.
And if you haven't got it on the show, you need to get on it.
Yeah, you need to get on there. It's not that hard. But I hope that this docuseries that, you know, we're in talks about, I hope that it happens. Because, you know, in your show, how many times have they told you they're going to do something and do something and do something and do something and do something, and it just, you know, maybe not. So, I mean, that's the joys of Hollywood. That's why the show that I do and the show that you do, we can control that. When we tell you you're going to be on, you're going to be on. One way or the other, you're going to be on. Mm-hmm. You know, we don't do pipe dream promises. It's like, you're going to be on. So,
all right.
Yep.
Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I got to get back to my horse. After I found my saddle, I lost my saddle. But anyway, the horse is bareback.
Have somebody make you one out of here.
Well, it has to be quick because I got to ride.
Well, Lil Willie's the quick weave master. He might can weave up a horse.
Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, ma'am, for coming on the show. And everybody tune in. Tell me your website.
It is www.inmyhouse65.com.
And give me the email address too.
That's easy too. It is inmyhouse65@gmail.com.
So reach out to her if you need to get on. If you want to be on the show, be a part of history, be a part of techno and the techno world. And then, like I said, it goes all over the globe.
Yes.
It's a good avenue of way to promote yourself and getting on to places that haven't heard about you yet. So thank you again.
Thank you.
And good luck for your future endeavors.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And it's so much fun doing the Hair Wars. And I do like my new role. It was tough. It was very tough. And like I said, the only reason why it was tough is because the pressure of Willie. I knew what he did for it, and it's like, oh my God, I got to do this.
Well, he's thanking you at this moment.
Yeah, he
Thanks.
is.
Thanks, Charles, for letting me use your gardening supplies. I'll make sure I put it back in the garage. Man, tending to that lawn is a lot of work.
Tell you the truth, Jim, I'm more concerned about keeping this house.
What's going on?
Well, you know, Sarah lost her job 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
Since we lost that income, the bills have been piling up, and we're so far behind. I don't want to lose the house because of back taxes. I don't know what to do.
I understand. The same thing happened to my sister and her husband when he lost his job. Do you know that the Wayne County Treasurer has plans and programs to help people stay in their homes?
No, I didn't. Tell me about it.
Yeah, go to www.treasure.waynecounty.com and see if you qualify.
What's that site again?
www.treasure.waynecounty.com.
Got it.
You are In My House, hosted by T. Carlita, where the true stories are told and great music is played.